Hello. Today I will be presenting a study published in Frontiers in Human Neuroscience in 2024, titled Mobile Phone Short Video Use Negatively Impacts Attention Functions, an EEG study. This research was conducted by Tingting Yen and colleagues at Zhejiang University. Short-form videos like TikTok have become a massive part of our daily lives. While entertaining, there is growing concern about their potential for addiction. Previous behavioral studies have suggested that excessive use hurts attention. However, there is a gap in our knowledge. We don't know the underlying neural mechanisms. How does this addiction tendency physically affect the brain's attention networks? The objective of this study was to answer that question using the Attention Network Test, ANT, combined with EEG recordings. The study recruited 48 healthy young adults. They were assessed using several questionnaires, including a specific scale for short video addiction tendency, MSVAT, and a self-control scale. The core of the experiment involved participants performing the Attention Network Test while their brain waves were recorded via EEG. This allowed researchers to look at both behavioral performance and neural activity. The ANT is a classic task used to measure three specific attention networks: alerting, orienting, and executive control. Participants have to identify the direction of a central arrow. Sometimes it is flanked by arrows pointing the same way, congruent, and sometimes by arrows pointing the opposite way, incongruent. The executive control network is specifically tested by how well the brain handles this conflict, the incongruent trials. Let's look at the results. First, on the questionnaire level, they found a significant negative correlation between addiction tendency and self-control. Simply put, people more addicted to short videos reported having lower self-control in general. However, interestingly, when looking at the behavioral performance on the ANT task, reaction times and accuracy, they found no significant correlation. The addicted users performed just as well as the non-addicted users on the surface. But the EEG data told a different story. The researchers looked at theta power in the brain waves, which is associated with cognitive control. They found a significant negative correlation between addiction tendency and frontal theta power during the conflict trials. This means that individuals with higher addiction tendencies mobilized fewer neural resources in the prefrontal cortex when trying to resolve conflict. Their brains were less active in the key area needed for executive control. This effect was localized specifically to the frontal region, the command center for executive functions. Crucially, this result held true even after statistically controlling for factors like age, gender, anxiety, and depression. It suggests a direct link between short video usage habits and the efficiency of the brain's control center. In conclusion, this study highlights a hidden cost of short video addiction. While users might not show obvious behavioral deficits in simple tasks, their neural processing is compromised. High addiction tendency is linked to diminished self-control and impaired executive control at the neural level. The authors suggest that the passive, high-stimulation nature of short videos might suppress higher-order cortical areas, making the brain lazy in exerting control. Finally, based on these findings, here are 3 practical tips for your digital well-being. Please note these are my interpretations. First, practice mindfulness. Since addiction is linked to low self-control, mindfulness meditation can be a powerful antidote. It strengthens the very neural networks that short videos might weaken. Second, be aware of hidden costs. Don't assume you are fine just because you can still do your work. Your brain might be working less efficiently. Neural changes often precede behavioral failures. Third, limit passive consumption. Protect your executive control. Short videos are brain candy, easy to consume but nutritionally void. Balance them with activities that require active, sustained focus to keep your frontal cortex sharp. Thank you for watching.